January 15th, 2026. A severe storm cell that struck the southwestern coast of Victoria, hitting the towns of Wye River and Lorne, quickly reached extraordinary rainfall levels, triggering flash floods, particularly in Wye River, where waters overflowing the riverbed swept cars onto bridge abutments, creating serious safety risks in the area.
There's 3 cars.
Due to heavy rainfall, water levels rose rapidly in the Wye River, Kennet River, and Cumberland River basins. Surface runoff from mountainous and densely forested areas triggered sudden flooding at river mouths. In the coastal section of the Wye River settlement, floodwaters overflowed the riverbed and flowed toward campgrounds and parking lots, sweeping away numerous vehicles. Images shared on social media showed one vehicle being swept out to sea by strong currents and waves, while other vehicles were seen stuck under bridge piers. The Bureau of Meteorology reported that the storm cell was moving extremely slowly, particularly around the Otways, and was producing extremely heavy rainfall over short periods. It stated that the rainfall gauge at Mount Cowley recorded 115 millimeters in just 1 hour and over 170 millimeters in the 7-hour period from 9 a.m. These values were among the highest 24-hour totals recorded in measurements taken in the region since 2000.
Apparently, Valparaiso's flooded.
The Victoria State Emergency Service issued a flash flood emergency warning for southwestern Victoria in the early afternoon, stating that people in the Wye River, Kennet River, Cumberland River, and Lorne areas were at risk. The warnings emphasized that floodwaters could rise rapidly, depths were unpredictable, and currents could pose a risk to vehicles. Authorities urged residents and vacationers in the area to move to the highest ground possible and stay away from river mouths and low-lying areas. At the same time, the section of the Great Ocean Road between Fairhaven and Skeens Creek was closed to traffic in both directions. It was stated that the closure was under the control of emergency services and could change without prior notice depending on conditions. Victoria Police stated that driving conditions were extremely dangerous due to flooding and debris accumulation and urged drivers to stay completely away from the area. The impact of the rainfall was not limited to the Wye River. In Lorne, caravan parks were flooded as a result of the Erskine River overflowing. Emergency services teams were dispatched to the area to assess the extent of the flooding, while rescue operations were carried out to move people trapped in the caravan parks to safe areas. Officials reported that no injuries were reported during the events, but some people had to move to higher ground, and at least one person was taken to a safe area by helicopter. Daniel Sherwin from the Meteorological Office stated that the amount of rainfall that fell in such a short period of time exceeded the region's entire natural drainage capacity, describing the events as a statistically extremely rare weather phenomenon. It was noted that, with the effect of winds blowing from the southeast, wave heights reached up to 3 meters along the coastline, and the combination of floodwaters at river mouths and sea waves further intensified the flooding. The region's geographical structure was also cited as one of the factors that increased the severity of the sudden flood. Coastal settlements such as Wye River and Separation Creek are located at the foot of steep, densely forested slopes. Heavy rainfall falling in a short period of time rapidly descended these slopes, exceeding the carrying capacity of the riverbeds and causing floods to develop within minutes. Authorities warned drivers and pedestrians in the area to stay away from floodwaters and hillsides, noting that the risk of landslides and mudslides also increased with the heavy rainfall. Although it was stated that the storm would begin to lose its intensity by nightfall, officials emphasized that the possibility of rain had not completely disappeared and that water levels could remain volatile, while reiterating the message that it is not yet safe to return. For those living along the Great Ocean Road and vacationing in the area, officials announced that access to the area would be restricted until conditions returned to normal and that damage assessment and cleanup efforts could only be carried out comprehensively after water levels receded.
Oh, golly. Oh, no.
You see it?
That's gone straight in the ocean.
You see or not?
We extend our sympathies to residents and vacationers affected by the sudden flooding along Victoria's southwestern coast, particularly in Wye River and Lorne. While it is a great consolation that there has been no loss of life, these events remind us how vital preparedness, early warnings, and proper behavior are in the face of disasters.